This is one of those stories that tells you everything you need to know about power in America. For decades, Strom Thurmond stood on the Senate floor as the loudest voice against civil rights, a man who filibustered desegregation, a man who ran for president on a segregationist platform, a man praised as Southern traditionalist. But while he was fighting to keep Black people in their place, he was hiding a Black daughter. Her name was Essie Mae Washington Williams. She was born in 1925 to a Black teenage maid who worked in Thurmond's family home. He was 22. She was 16. Let's not sugarcoat that. She grew up knowing who her father was, but knowing she could never say it out loud. He paid for her education, sent money quietly, arranged help behind the scenes, but he never claimed her publicly, never acknowledged her, never stood beside her. Because doing so would have shattered the very system that protected his power. Essie Mae lived her life as a secret, her entire life, while watching her own father build a career on the humiliation and exclusion of people who look like her. Think about that. She watched him condemn integration on television, heard him argue that Black people didn't belong in white institutions, while she herself was proof that Black people were already inside his bloodline, his legacy, his hypocrisy. And for most of her life, she kept silent, not because she was ashamed, but because silence was the price of survival. It wasn't until after Strom Thurmond's death in 2003 that she told the truth. She wrote a book called Dear Senator. And in that book, she did something radical. She told the story without hatred, without revenge, without spectacle. She didn't ask to be celebrated. She asked America to be honest. She said she didn't want to destroy his legacy. She wanted it to be complete. Because you can't praise a man's service while erasing the harm he caused. You can't honor his politics while hiding the people those politics injured. And you can't talk about history without telling the parts that make you uncomfortable. Here's what makes this story even heavier. I met her, not as a headline, not as a footnote, but as a woman who carried an entire nation's contradiction in her body. She was soft spoken, clear eyed, and grounded, as she understood something America still struggles to admit. Racism isn't just loud, it's quiet convenience, it's secrecy, it's selective morality. Strom Thurmond's life reminds us that segregation wasn't about values, it was about power. And Essie Mae Washington Williams's life reminds us that truth survives, even when it's buried. This isn't history that is ancient. This isn't gossip. This is the blueprint. If you didn't know this story, now you do. If you were never taught this, ask why. Because Black history isn't just resistance, it's revelation too. Follow, subscribe, engage. These stories are free, but the truth has always been priceless. This is Uncensored, and I am Dr. Centrina Palmer, and this is where education stops being theoretical.